Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today is going to be another short rant. I wanted to talk about something that I'm sure I haven't indulged in or talked about that much on this channel, but today I'm going to be discussing gaslighting and how common it seems to be in American society and, obviously American society, but it's obviously worldwide, but I live in America, but I did something last night because I was really curious. I went onto Google and I typed in the word gaslighting, and then autocomplete wanted to type another word, meaning that people are searching for this a lot. The word parents came up. Gaslighting parents was the first search result. And that actually really made me think. And, I deal with gaslighting parents, and I'm sure a lot of other people deal with them as well. And, it's something that, a lot of people deal with. And it's not even just your parents that do that. It's people in general. And it could happen in your personal life. It can happen online. It can happen everywhere. And, we live in such, because I already made an episode about like manipulation and stuff, but it's kind of like the same thing, but it's kind of like a different type of manipulation. But people will definitely try to gaslight you in this world. And, they try to make you feel like you're irrational, you're crazy. And I'll give you an example. I remember when I was still living with my parents, I remember I was using the microwave late at night, and, my mother was like telling me that my dinner was ready, and she told me to turn the microwave off, and I told her that it's not ready and that I want it to be a little bit more hot, and she told me to turn the microwave off. And I told her just to leave me alone, and I got it under control. There was only like a minute left in the microwave, and she was insisting that I turn it off. And then, I told her to leave me alone, and I kept telling her to leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And she wouldn't listen, and I told her that she needs to stop and she needs to respect my personal space. And when I tell her to leave me alone, she needs to leave me alone. And then she tries to make me look like I'm the bad guy and make me look like I'm the person that's insane and crazy, and calls me disrespectful when she wasn't respecting my personal space when I was just about done and I was just to leave, like people do this all the time with you. They make you try to seem like you're the bad person and that you're the one causing all the trouble when it's really not. But it's just something in society that is really common nowadays, and it's really important, I feel, to try to sniff it out and to try to sense it, because when someone's trying to gaslight you, when it's happening. And if you look out for the signs, and when you know that you're actually correct, deep in your heart that you're right, like asking for personal space and asking for someone to leave you alone. If they're literally not respecting that and they're still bothering you, if they're not giving you your space, if they're going to turn around and make you look like you're the bad person for asking for personal space and not respecting you and keep on doing what you're telling them not to do, if they're going to try to turn that around on you, then obviously that you're being gaslit and that they're the one in the wrong. But people will try to do it to you all the time. They'll try to turn things around on you, make you look like the bad person. And, it's just again, it's really important to not fall for that nonsense. But I understand that sometimes, it can be very difficult to pinpoint when it's happening, and, there's different situations and stuff. But just try to look out for it, because it's out there. I already made an episode about manipulation, like I said, but it's out there. It really is out there. And you got to keep your eyes peeled, because sometimes it's already happening and it's too late before you realize it's happening. So just keep your eyes peeled. Be really careful about this, because, I was gaslit for a very long time in my life by people, and, going through life and becoming an adult and going through my 20s and, reaching my mid 20s to late 20s, I actually started to realize how much I was actually being gaslit by society and by my so-called friends and my so-called family. And, you know, it happens all the time to people. So, you know, like, I know, like, you can't, like, get away from your family if, like, sometimes you just can't escape your family. But basically what I was trying to say, or I'm trying to say, is that if you're being gaslit by people and you have the ability to escape that, if you have the ability to distance yourself and not talk to them anymore, I would probably do that. That's for the best, because someone that cares about your well-being and your mind and your sensibilities is not going to put you that they're not going to put you through that type of abuse, obviously. So do what's best for you and stop hanging around people that gaslight you, even if you're like, oh, it's just one time, maybe they're this upset. No, these people tend to do that all the fucking time. So understand the situation you're in, understand your surroundings, understand the manipulation bullshit tactics people pull, like gaslighting, and try to find the light and try to get away from all that negativity and shit. You know, I've talked so many times on this channel about negativity and how horrible it is for you and how it's just so important to get away from it, because it really has a negative effect on your life more than you think. So try to stay away from all that negative bullshit. Again, like, it can be difficult to separate yourself from your family, especially when you're not, like, of age, or, you know, you're trying to save up for a house or a place to stay, or you can't afford to live on your own, so you have to live with your parents or other parts of your family. It can be hard to distance yourself from someone that's gaslighting you and your family, but just try to stay strong. Like, understand that you're not the fault they're trying to make you out to be. It's not your fault. A lot of the time they try to blame you. Realize that a lot of the time you're probably right in these situations. But, you know, maybe if you are wrong, you can look at yourself and really think about the situation. And if you really do truthfully, like, see, when I talk too fast, I fuck up words. That's what's great about this channel, is you can, like I've said, you can, like, fuck stuff up. It's raw audio. Anything can happen. But if you really truly think that you're right after thinking about it, then maybe you are right. But, do with this as you will. I just wanted to make a rant about this for a while. And yes, I know I fucking repeat myself. That's just how this channel is. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. That's just how I do things. I reiterate and then say it again and then say a few other things. But yeah, if you don't like it, tough shit. I'm just going to keep making things the way I want to. So fuck you if you don't like it. I don't know why you'd listen this far if you didn't like it anyway. So that's on you. That's your fault. But anyways, for the people that are normal, that like this stuff and don't judge, I really appreciate you listening, and I'll definitely make more soon. Thank you, and have a good one. And this has been another shorter rant, because my longer rants are like 18 minutes. So if it's under 10, it's considered a short rant. So I had fun making this, and I'll make more soon. Thank you.